Bonjour, mesdames et messieurs. C'est un grand plaisir de donner le coup d'envoi ce matin pour cette 20e conférence sur l'éthique. On est extrêmement choyés d'avoir des speakers de la trempe des professeurs Zilla et Feist ce matin. Alors, c'est un moment tout à fait privilégié pour prendre quelques heures pour réfléchir sur ce qu'on fait et sur la manière dont on fait les choses. Je pense que nos speakers ce matin vont avoir des messages et des faits absolument percutants et pertinents à ce qu'on fait dans les forces. I'd like to start, I just have one slide. I would just like to show this painting of Francisco de Goya. Goya was a man of his time. He was a painter of the Enlightenment period, a time where the Napoleonic Wars were ongoing in Europe, and he was illustrating the horrors of the war. And the title of this painting is that The Sleep of Reason Produces Monsters. And I think there is nothing as true for a military force as to what happens to a military force when we stop thinking, when we stop applying reason to what we're doing. Reason is the signature of human activity. Ethical judgment, thinking, we just can't help it. We do it whether we want to or not. Ethics, which is one of the three branches of philosophy, has a really bad name for us mission, task-oriented people. It's out there in the clouds, incomprehensible jargon, it's theory, it's a waste of time. Am I right when I talk to you about philosophy? Is that what we think about? Many criticize philosophy because they think it is too abstract and does not connect with reality. Well, we would much prefer the Conan the Barbarian way of doing things. You know Conan? Who knows Conan? Ah, yeah, the warrior, Conan the warrior. So to quote him, I live, I love, I slay, and I'm content. That's reality, folks, right? That's, that's concrete stuff. That speaks to us. It's simple, and that's reality. Now, if I asked a real guy that existed for real now, Marcus Aurelius, if I asked him what he thought of Conan, he would probably have told you that Conan is a person who talks and acts while he is asleep. He's unconscious. He's not really thinking things through. And there are a lot of Conans around, folks. We do a lot of Conan things, machinalement going through the motions every day. Philosophy is not a PowerPoint presentation. Philosophy is not an elective you take at university. Philosophy is living well, is understand how to live well. That's what philosophy is. Philosophie, ça consiste à redresser notre caractère. It also consists in disciplining our internal narrative. If this constant work of disciplining our internal narrative is not done, we are either asleep for a while, and then sooner or later it catches up with us, and then we need to do some work. Ethics is a way of being coherent with ourselves, choose the right thing to do over self-interest or pleasure, to do things for the right reasons. Ethics is also said to be the discipline of impulsion. So if we control our internal narratives, we set the conditions to control our actions, which is absolutely key, folks, to a military forces with folks running around with guns in their hands. So I ask again, out in the clouds, philosophy, ethics, it's practice. It's very, very practical. Dr. Zila will speak about lessons learned in our 21st century modern war type of way of doing warfare. Lessons learned, practical lessons learned. And we cannot do this asleep. Sound ethical judgment and disciplined minds will be the word out there. We'll have to do this right. This is where Dr. Fai's subject, victory, is also very apropos. In our mindset, winning is very important. Victory is utterly present in our narrative, and then we internalize this narrative very quickly. Winning is important in the military. You don't show up on the battlefield to lose your battles. So if winning at all costs is the narrative, is my mindset, I'll be willing to do everything that I need to do to get that win at all cost. I could commit atrocities in the name of victory. So ethics allows for thinking about winning in another way. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's try to stay away from being Conans, and let's pay attention to what our speakers have to say this morning. I'm sure we'll retain a lot of lessons from what they have to say. Enjoy your morning. Thank you very much.